Hey, what's up? It's the Fields Bros. This is Attack on Titan episode 32 review. Episode title is Close Combat. So this time, my brother's actually here for the first time. He hasn't done any of these reviews for Attack on Titan. He wanted to jump in on this one because it was a pretty cool episode. So
Yeah, yeah, it was. It started off with the Colossal and the Armored Titan. We saw the Colossal Titan capture Ymir, and obviously the Armored Titan is going after Eren. Now, the thing that caught me by surprise is the scouts had balls and actually made an attempt to attack these huge ass Titans.
yeah, when you heard Mikasa say like she was disappointed that she wasn't able to actually lop their heads off,
Right.
like she tried to, and I think the fact that she's known them for five
She
years
was hesitant.
like that kind of interfered. And just like at the very beginning of the episode, as Reiner was sliding down the cliff with Eren in his hand, Eren's just thinking back of all the times they trained and how he looked up to him and thought he was, this really strong dude.
Right.
He'd kill to be half as strong
Right.
as this guy, and all that's thrown out the window.
Yeah. So we see the scouts make an attempt at an attack at the nape.
Yeah, normally every time the Colossal Titan appears, he disappears right after. In the past, when he's appeared, he appears right in front of the gate and kicks the gate in, and then he immediately disappears. This time, he simply emitted high pressured steam, really hot steam from his
As the
body
scouts were attacking.
as they were trying to slice his nape, which blew them all back.
Like wind. It was like a wind, a high pressured wind that was very hot.
Yeah, it's steam.
Exactly.
And so their hooks from their ODM gear can't latch on. The wind just blows them away.
Right.
So all they can do is wait till he comes out.
Right.
So they go right back to turning their attention to Eren and Reiner.
All right. So after the Titans transform, the obvious plan is now to kill the Titans. That's the clear cut plan now. So it's Eren versus the armored Titan.
If it's not looking good at first,
and you had me note, Connie said something.
Yeah, Connie was worried about where Reiner and Bertholdt were because he knows that from the Utgard Castle they don't have any ODM gear.
Right.
So, and he doesn't know where they are, and obviously everybody knows that they're the Titans. At the moment.
I just thought it was weird how he's the only one not aware that they're the Titans.
Yeah, he's not aware.
Was he not in that one meeting? Obviously, remember they had downstairs.
He wasn't because remember they were all at the castle.
Right.
And those were only like Eren and Hanji and all those people.
Right. So obviously the highlight of this episode was close combat, the fight between.
Yeah, the fight starts off is not looking good for Eren at all.
But
he's throwing blows and they're bouncing off Reiner's and he's just decking him.
He's losing.
Reiner's blows are literally sending Eren flying like large amounts of distances. He goes flying across the field.
But Eren doesn't care.
Mikasa's trying to help him.
Her blades do nothing.
Her blades are breaking. She notes that this guy's ability to harden his skin is way beyond what they dealt with Annie.
Right.
So at that point, but Eren's motivation is very good.
His pride is what is keeping him going. That's what's keeping him on his pride. And Eren's pissed at Reiner and Bertholdt. He thinks he can't find any worse people in the existence.
He views them as the worst people who've ever existed.
Like Hitler and Light Yagami combined them, he's still worse. These guys are worse.
Yeah,
like Eren is so pissed.
They're responsible for more deaths than freaking Light Yagami.
Yeah, so Eren keeps coming back for more to no avail. Yep. He keeps getting pushed back. He keeps
after he gets decked one more time in the face, he thinks back. He has no idea why, but he thinks back to training.
Yes, there's a flashback
when he was training with Annie, and she was showing him a technique, a takedown technique that's effective against people who are stronger than you.
Right.
When you're facing an opponent that has more size on you, it's basically a sidestep. You grapple them around their shoulder, and you just flip them right on their ass.
Yeah.
And you take them right down. He does this to Reiner. And
in that same flashback, it showed Mikasa versus Annie.
Yeah, there was a little scene of they didn't show who won, but if you look at right before they have the scene, all the people like Marco and Connie, John, they're all giving like their predictions on who's going to win, Annie or Mikasa, and they don't show us who wins, but there's a little like scene where you can see their reactions of all the people who said they're like for example, Connie said Mikasa's going to win, and there's a scene where they show Connie like celebrating like his prediction was right.
Right.
So it's implied from my perspective that Mikasa won that little skirmish.
All right. So we come back out of the flashback and we're back at the fight, and Eren uses that takedown.
Yeah, he applies that takedown to Reiner, and it's very effective.
Very effective.
He takes him down. He starts to.
He gets him in an arm bar.
Well, first he rips his leg off.
Right.
He rips his leg off, and then with the arm bar, the armor starts to crack, and Eren is actually starting to win this battle.
Right.
I didn't think he was going to win, but it really starts looking like.
Doesn't he rip the arm off?
He was going to win. Yeah, his arm goes flying, Uh, yeah, that was a pretty epic scene right there.
And then we see Armor actually. He yells, "Eren, you have to get to the wall because they're trying to abduct you. We can't allow that to happen."
Armin's the smart guy here, and he understands that the goal of the armored and colossal Titan is to kidnap the Titan shifters.
And he tells
they're going after Ymir and Eren, and he says
escape is the best option.
Escape is a victory for us. So
right.
Retreat to the wall with us. Eren, he does this, and that's where Hanji asks Eren if he can get one of those leg locks again and rip his legs off. And as that's happening, Armor...
She actually blushed because a Titan actually took an order from him.
Yeah, she's happy because it's the first time a Titan's ever listened to her.
So the Armor Titan sheds his leg armor. Now he has increased mobility.
All of a sudden, he just starts sprinting.
He's fast as shit now. That's ridiculous. I didn't expect that.
Yeah, he spears Eren right into the wall.
And you mentioned that he had to run through the gate before?
Yeah, in episode... We haven't seen him in 30 episodes, so it's easy to forget at this point, but when he first breached the gate at Shiganshina, he ran and charged through the wall. Like, he was quite fast.
And you made a note saying the reason why he did that is because they were civilians and didn't have to worry about getting chopped.
Yeah, there were some people in ODM gear, but they were from the garrison regiment. But there was no scouts there.
Right.
No, the elite soldiers. So he charged right through the gate, and then he de-transformed.
So Eren has Reiner beat, right?
Yeah, he had him beat. He basically had him beat after he speared him to the wall. Eren braced for the hit, wrapped him up, wrapped his legs around him, and was just pulling up.
I thought it was so close. He was going to rip his head off.
About to rip his head off. And Mikasa actually did come in and slice where he shed his legs at.
Right.
She sliced the armor, so he was...
in the back of his legs.
So he was stuck on his knees in a crawl.
Right.
So Reiner, desperate to escape, starts driving Eren as close to the wall where the Colossal is.
And has a distress call.
And yells out to Bertholdt clearly.
The Colossal.
The Colossal, which is Bertholdt. And then the Colossal, who is steaming, just falls over and falls straight down on top of Eren and Reiner. And that's where the episode ends. Clearly, Reiner was stuck. He couldn't get out. He was about to have his head ripped off and be exposed. So
Eren had him beat.
By having the Colossal fall on him, that's going to basically knock Eren off of him.
I actually asked you when we were watching, is that because the Colossal's so big, if it falling, it could kill Eren, couldn't it?
Well, it's already in the process of breaking down.
But it would weigh so much. How tall is the Colossal?
Meters.
How tall is Eren?
14 meters.
You know what I'm saying? So just the weight difference, like right. that could hurt.
Well, Hanji has mentioned in the past that
they don't weigh anything, right?
Despite to their appearance, they don't weigh that much.
Right.
So there's all these weird...
But what if this one's different?
Right.
Because it's falling for a reason. It's not just going to fall and be a feather and do nothing.
From my perspective, Reiner is stuck.
Or right? Is he falling to force Eren to shed his grip and get out of it?
I think he's just trying to knock Eren off of Reiner. And then they're all going to be laying down there. And then we've seen, like, for example...
What happened to that beast Titan?
When Annie got captured in the forest, when she was all stuck on those wires, she had Titans come and cannibalize her Titan body. And then she immediately was able to retransform. So I'm thinking if after the Colossal falls on Eren and Reiner and knocks them off, it's possible they could retransform and regrow everything.
What if this happens?
Be regenerated.
How, to your knowledge, how tall is the beast Titan? That one beast-looking thing that had knowledge.
He looks a little bigger than Eren, so I'd say maybe 25 meters.
Is it possible for this Colossal Titan to fall, knock out all the Titans down? Now, as you said, there's 3 Titans laying on the ground. Right. The beast Titan hops over the wall, scoops him up. Like, isn't he behind the wall? That, as far as we remember, he's behind the wall.
He was out there doing something. He stole the ODM gear, and we haven't seen him since.
That's crazy.
But my question is, where are they going to go? Like, they know all the scouts are going to pursue them. The next episode is titled Hunted. So clearly someone is going to be pursuing somebody in the next episode. Either they're going to still be trying to capture us if we're running away.
Where's Erwin and Levi?
I have no idea, but they're somewhere doing something important.
They need to come up next episode for sure.
So if they do succeed in getting Eren and Ymir, where are they going to go is my question. Where do they want to take these guys?
So yeah, guys, I want you guys to let us know what you think down below in the comments as far as to what's going to happen in next episode. You can vote in the upper right-hand corner of this video. Once again, Attack on Titan Season 2, Episode 32 review. Close combat. It's the Fields Bros. Thanks for checking out the channel. Peace.
Yep, see you guys.